Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Willis Nesbitt Stadium, home of the Logan Middle School Timberwolves. Tonight, the 2-0 Logan Middle School Timberwolves will be taking on the Winfield Generals, who's coming in tonight to spoil Logan's undefeated season so far in this contest. But before we get started with everything, I'm going to step aside as you're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, Logan Middle School has made their entrance. We're going to step aside as we do prayer and stand for the national anthem. So we'll be right back as you're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Logan and Middle School and Winfield Middle School's getting ready to set to kick off here. Got under 13 seconds left in the pregame. Logan comes in with a record of 2-0 with a early victory against Wyoming Geese on the road, and then last week they won handily 38-7 against the Ripley Vikings. And Ripley's usually a team to compete in this conference along with Winfield, Hurricane, and Point Pleasant. Logan trying to get back to their winning ways last year, their first winning season since the Aiden Slack senior 8th grade led group. And Logan's looking to try to get back to their conference championship ways in all sports, as like they did in football, basketball, and baseball. But real quick, we're going to step aside. We're going to be right back, and we'll be back for coin toss between Logan and Winfield. So you're watching Logan Middle School Football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, and we're set for the meeting of the captains. Captains tonight for the Winfield Generals is number 22, Hunter Cremines. Number 68, Grayson Westfall. Number 35, Ethan Nichols. And number 24, Eli Summers. Your captains for the Logan Middle School Timberwolves. Number 10, Lucas Lambert. Number 13, Zoe Murphy. Number 19, Gage Green. And number 34, Ethan Hensley. As captains are meeting in midfield, we're going to take our final timeout, and we'll be back for opening kickoff to see who wins the opening coin toss between Winfield and Logan. Again, you're watching Logan Middle School Football live on YouTube. Please share the video, as we'll be right back. All right, guys, thank you for the break. Logan has won the coin toss, and they elect to receive the opening kickoff. So we're going to see the Logan offense on the field first, and led by quarterback for the Logan Middle School, Caleb Johnson. You're going to see Caleb Johnson leading this way, and also led on the defensive side for Logan, who usually plays a little bit of offense, is transfer from Alabama, number 34, Ethan Hensley, and number 13, Zoe Murphy. So as we see Winfield kicking it off, we're getting set for high school. We're getting set for middle school football. I'm in my high school zone. And so we're set for Logan Middle School and Winfield Middle School. Middle school action. Logan's home opener against the Winfield Generals, who is 1-1 on the season. They had an opening win against Barbersville, and then they suffered a setback loss to Bridgeport Middle School. And we're going to see if the Generals can bounce back from that loss and come in here and get the victory. Kicking off for the Winfield Generals is number 4, Jared Miller, and he spooge kicks it and falls on by a middle school defender. And Logan will take over at the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the middle school Timberwolves, and here comes quarterback Caleb Johnson coming on out to run this offense. Running back Zoe Murphy's behind Cage Johnson with Ethan Hensley in the wing at an H-back. Takes the snap, handed off to Murphy. Murphy gets to the outside. Murphy breaks one tackle. He breaks two, and he gets wrapped around by a group of Winfield Generals. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Logan Timberwolves. And you have to think Logan's game plan is to hold the possession of the ball to make sure Winfield doesn't get that ball, because Winfield usually, from past history, has a high standard of offense that can chew up clock and bleed time. You have Grayson Sanders out in the wideout. Johnson's now in the I formation. They're going to pitch it to Zoe Murphy. Zoe's going to get to the outside. Zoe's got one man to beat. He's got a blocker, and he's going to get to the outside, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds by number 24, Eli Summers. And with that run, he'll be enough for a 1st down, Timberwolves. Ball's going to be placed at the 43-yard line. Logan Middle School with already an explosive game plan on the ground with Zoe Murphy running the football. And the referee says wind the clock, and they're going to. So Caleb Johnson back in the shotgun formation with Murphy behind him and to his side. And they're going to hand it off to Murphy. Murphy gets tackled by his jersey. Murphy cuts it to the other side. He's got one man to beat. And he doesn't, but he's going to get wrapped around in the helmet, and we're going to get a penalty flag on the play, and it's going to be in the area of face mask. Or no, there might be a horse collar called against the Generals. Referees are talking it over. Personal foul. Yep, they're going to call face mask against the Generals. And that's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. And that'll be an automatic 1st down, Logan. Ball will be placed on the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Winfield. So 6:22 left to go in the 1st quarter. Logan has done their game plan, control the ball, make sure Winfield doesn't get a chance to have the ball, as Inslee's in the backfield with Johnson. As we got duos, and they're going to hand it off to Hensley. Hensley fumbled the football, and it's on the ground, and it looks like Logan may have recovered it. So a lucky break there for Logan, as Ethan didn't get the handoff snap cleanly, and he fumbled the football, so they lost a yard, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now checking in for the Logan Middle School Timberwolves is Lucas Lambert. And he's also a heavy runner that can make some noise on the ground. Logan's got a lot of running backs in their arsenal. And we see Caleb Johnson underneath the center with 2 H-backs to his left, and they're going to pitch it out to Murphy. Murphy gets met by number 4, Jared Miller. He was the first man to meet Zoe Murphy and dropped him for a loss of 6. And now that's going to bring up 3rd and about 17 for the Timberwolves. The ball will be spotted at the 29-yard line. Logan. You could see them go to the air on this play. Johnson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Gets a good block. He's going to throw it on out there, and he's got a man open. And it's in and out of the hands of number 19, Gage Green, and that will be incomplete. With 4:35 left on the clock, and that'll bring up 4th and 17. And you have to think Logan's going to go for it close to the red zone, as they're too in far to punt. We're going to see what Coach Brandon Atkins has in store for this middle school Timberwolves to try to keep the drive going. So Lambert is in the backfield with Caden Johnson taking the snaps in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's going to throw it out to Lambert. Lambert's got one man to beat to the outside. He breaks one tackle. He breaks another one. He's trying to get up the sideline. He's not even going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. And that will be a turnover on down. And Winfield will now take over at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 Generals. Logan just did. They were hurt by the defense of Winfield, who just was getting in the backfield and just kept Zoe Murphy from getting to the outside. And Ethan Hensley fumbled a football on the snap, and just that series of plays right there just hurt the Logan Timberwolves and now set up Winfield. With 4:26 left in the first quarter, they get it 1st and 10. And see what head coach Keith Grant has in store for this Generals offense. They're in the wishbone. As quarterback, Jared Miller is going to take a snap, and we get a penalty flag. And he called false start, called against the Generals. That 5-yard penalty will set him back, make it 1st and 15. Yep. So Miller will come out in the wishbone. And we get another false start. Tack on 5 more. Winfield's. So that 5-yard penalty of false start will set him up 1st and 20 at the 16-yard line. Winfield. Can they finally run a play? And they do. They're going to hand it off to their running back, 42. He gets a lot of them. He gets those 10 yards back. That is Gannon Boggs. Grayson Sanders on the tackle, and he'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Timberwolves as Gannon Boggs was able to get to the outside and rush it for a good gain of 12. That's going to make it 2nd and 8, and see what the Generals have as 42's in motion. He gets to the backfield, and they're going to hand it off to 42, and he's met by a group of Timberwolves right in the backfield. Boggs took the handoff again, and he was met by a whole host of Timberwolves. First man there was Lambert. And also met him in the backfield was number 61, Carson Hale. The ball will be placed on the 25-yard line, makes it 3rd and 12. 3rd and 11. 3rd and a long 11 for the Timberwolves. And the clock is still rolling as Winfield has not gotten in Logan territory, so they want to keep the drive going. Miller in the wing tee. We get a motion from 22, and they're going to pitch it out to number 22, and he's got one man to beat. And number 19, Gage Green, brings him down. .22 Hunter Cremines was there on the carry, and number 19 Gage Green met him in the backfield, almost stole his lunch money on that one, and they'll bring up 4th and long. And Winfield's now coming on the punt as some false start penalties really set Winfield back on this drive. You're going to have Gage Green back to return with Lambert up close to the middle. Back to punt is Miller. Snap is high. He punts it away, and it is going to get in the area of Green. Green is going to catch it. He's got some moves to the outside. Gage Green, he's got an opening. He's going to take it down the sideline. He's got one man to beat, and he is not going to catch him. Gage Green is going to take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Timberwolves! No flags. Touchdown, Timberwolves. Gage Green, the dangerous returner for Logan Middle School, just took it down the sideline. He only had one man to beat and beat him to the end zone. So with 2:01 left in the first quarter, Logan strikes first. They lead 6-0. They might tack on more points here depending on the 2-point conversion. So Logan comes out in shotgun with a 21 personnel. Cave Johnson's going to keep it. He's going to try to get up the middle, and he's met at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to say no. He did not get in. It was met at the goal line, and he did not get in. So good stand by the Winfield Generals on that 2-point conversion. So with 2:01 left to go in the first quarter, Logan leads at 6-0 over the Winfield Generals. We're going to step aside and ready for Logan to kick it away as you're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, we're back as Lucas Lambert set to kick it off, and he kicks it deep to the Winfield Generals, number 2, Owen Taylor. Taylor's going to pick it up, and he's going to run to his right side, and he's going to get met by number 22. That is Jacob Toney. Jacob Toney met Owen Taylor at the 15-yard line. It'll make it the 16-yard line, so Winfield will take over. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Let's see what Winfield has on this quarterback as the main running back is Gannon Boggs, who really, on his first carry, gained 12 yards and got Winfield off good running, but just penalty set them back as Miller takes the shotgun. He hands it off to his forward back, and he is going to hand it off to number 32, but Zoe Murphy keeps it there at number 35. Ethan Nichols was the carrier. Zoe Murphy met him, and he was only able to gain 4 yards. I'm going to make up 2nd and 6 now for the Winfield Generals with under 90 seconds left in the first quarter. So Winfield comes out in its wing T formation. Miller has Boggs in motion. Miller is going to pitch it out to Boggs. Boggs is met immediately by number 50, Alton Ellis. And Winfield is just doing nothing but going backwards after they gained positive momentum. Every time they gained positive yards, they just went backwards. And see if Winfield can get some positive momentum going forward. And we have a good packed crowd here for Logan Middle School, as tomorrow night the undefeated Logan High School Wildcats will take on the 0-3 Polka Dots coming to town in a anticipated week 4 matchup. So Miller's in a shotgun. He's looking to throw, and he's going to have an arm. He's going to throw it out there, and it is incomplete, in and out of the hands of his intended target, number 20. Actually, I think that's number 85, Ethan Westfall, who is the intended target. And now that'll bring up 4th and 12, 4th and 11 for the Generals. And we're going to see if Gage Green can make another spectacular kick return. Well, we'll see if Winfield actually kicks it to Green this time. As Miller takes a snap, and he almost gets it blocked. And he kicked it right to Gage Green. Gage Green's got one man, got some blocking. Gage Green gets another block, and he is going to get taken. And we got penalty flags going as he is wrapped up. And it looks like they're going to call blindside blocking, a call against the Wildcats. It's going to be it's the call, illegal blindside block called against the the Timberwolves. That will be a 15-yarder from the spot of the foul, so Logan will take over. They're going to take over from the 45-yard line, 1st and 10, Logan. Logan had a good momentum going with the kick return from Jim Green last time. Jim Green just couldn't get another block, but they called a legal blindside block. And now we're going to set up Logan's, looks like, pass game here. So Caleb Johnson's in the shotgun with Lucas Lambert behind him. Zoe Murphy in motion. Takes a snap. He's going to throw out to Murphy. Murphy gets one man to beat. He pushes off number 35. Murphy loses the ball. Picked up by the Generals. And it will be a turnover. Zoe Murphy just lost the football. Tried to make too much moves with it and was picked up by a Winfield General. And with that turnover, Logan gives Winfield good field position with only 7 seconds left to go in the first quarter. You also have to think this is Logan's first game on the turf, so they're going to try to get their footing down right. As Miller takes in the shotgun, he takes the snap, he's going to look to throw, and Miller's going to get met by Timberwolf in the backfield. That was one of the linebackers for the Timberwolves. That pass was incomplete from Miller. Number 12, Caleb Johnson, just came through and met Miller as he was getting ready to throw the football. Miller was just lucky that no one was in the area and not picked off. So 3 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Logan trying to hold off for this final play as Winfield's trying to make a drive. It's 2nd and 10 for the Generals. And Miller back in the shotgun with Boggs next to him at his left. Got trips stacked to the right. Motion man is number 10, Warline. And Warline met in that backfield by number 12, Caleb Johnson, but we got a penalty flag. And that actually ends the first quarter. And we're going to see what it's in the area of. Looks like it's going to be holding called against the Generals. Are they going to decline it or are they going to back them up? And we'll see. Holding called against the Generals, and they're going to decline, so it'll bring up 3rd and 15. And with that will end the first quarter play. Logan, with a kick return from Gage Green, puts Logan on top, 6-0 going into the second quarter. Winfield will now come back on offense. We're going to take a break as you're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here in the start of the second quarter. Winfield has it 3rd and 16 at their own 44-yard line with Jared Miller, in the shotgun. He's going to look to throw. He's got a man out there, and it's almost intercepted, but it's caught by number 2, Owen Taylor, and he's got one man to beat. Taylor's might take it to the end zone. He gets tripped up by Zoe Murphy. Bentley Williamson had the pick, and it just came out of the hand and just happily, just miracle fall into the hands of Owen Taylor. And Winfield will set up inside the 10-yard line. So let's see if that just missed interception by Bentley Williamson will cost Logan and get Winfield on the board. Winfield comes in the Wimbush formation, and we got a offside called against the Timberwolves, and that's going to move them up half a distance to the goal, and that will bring up 1st and 4. The clock is moving for the Timberwolves, and we get a false start called against the Generals. So again, penalties has hurt the Generals here, so they'll back them up 5. Make it 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Coach Keith Grant has not been happy with the way his team has just had penalties so far to start the ball game in the first half. Miller in the wing tee. Cremines in the motion. Cremines motion. He gets met by number 34, Ethan Hensley. Met him in the backfield. And that's going to make them lose yards on the play, and it's going to bring up 2nd and goal at the 14-yard line. The middle linebacker, Ethan Hensley, the transfer from Alabama, from the state of Alabama, not Alabama University, just came in and just cleaned the clock of Hunter Cremines. Miller, Cremines in the shotgun. No, they're going to hand it off to Boggs, and Boggs is met in the backfield by Johnson, and he is brought down by number 71, Jackson Mullins. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long now at the 18-yard line. Now Winfield, they got 2 plays here to get to the end zone. They can't get a first down on here. Miller's in the shotgun with trips to his right. Miller's going to take the high snap, and he's going to look to throw. Gage Green doesn't get it, and they're trying to get him to the outside, and nobody's going to meet him at the end zone. But Lucas Lambert meets him at the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Winfield. Gage Green went for the jump. Jared Miller didn't bite on it. And he took it to the end zone on a QB scramble. And Winfield ties it up, and they got the big guy in the fullback to get the 2-point conversion here. No, Miller's going to roll out. Miller's going to throw wide open, but overthrew him. With that, 2-point conversion will be no good. And Logan and Winfield are going to be tied with 5:02 left in the first half. Logan will get the ball back on the kicking away from Winfield, and we're going to see what Logan has in store this time. Last time out, they fumbled the football. So we'll be right back as Logan and Winfield are tied at 6. You're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, we're back as Miller is set to kick it off, and he kicks it deep, and he's going to get caught by number 21, Crew Blankenship. Blankenship's got an opening. Blankenship's going to try to get the outside, and he gains yards, and he's going to get brought down around the 46-yard line, and that's going to set up 1st and 10 for Logan with a good return for Crew Blankenship. With 4:53 left to go in the first half. Logan, can they go back to what their bread and butter is and get Zoe Murphy on the edges and see if he can get more yards? But the fumble from Zoe Murphy last outing just cost him Logan a drive there. Logan's going to have 2 running backs in the backfield in a shotgun with Ethan Hensley as the H-back. Johnson hands it off to Murphy. Murphy gets an open. Murphy gets an open, and he's going to get brought down by a group of Winfields. Number 10, Pierce Warline, was the first man to meet Zoe Murphy, and then the group of Winfield Generals just tagged up and brings Murphy down, and Murphy gained of 11, and now bring up 1st down Timberwolves. And now we're going to see a substitution as Crew Blankenship will now check in for Ethan Hensley. Clock is running. With 4:20 left in the first half. Logan trying to get some momentum here. So Caleb Johnson and quarterback with Lucas Lambert to his right. Johnson takes the snap, hands it off to Lambert. Lambert is met in the backfield by number 35, Ethan Nichols. He was the first man to meet him, and we're going to get a timeout by Logan. As Coach Atkins was not happy with that play call, as there was 3 generals in the backfield right when Lambert was taking the snap. So while Logan takes a timeout, I'm going to take a timeout. You're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Logan faces a 2nd and 16. Johnson looking to take a snap. He's going to try to throw, and he's going to throw, and it's almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by a general. Number 56 for the Generals. That is Lucas Howell. Almost come up with a huge interception that has set Winfield up in good field position. So let that pass incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Timberwolves. As there was a man open for the Timberwolves, just Caleb Johnson just couldn't get the ball to him. He was trying to pump fake. He was trying to throw it at the last minute. Just couldn't do anything with it. Johnson takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's got a man over middle. That's Gage Green. Gage Green breaks off a defender, and he's get brought down around the 43-yard line. And that's going to bring up 4th and 6, actually, the 4th and 5 for the Timberwolves. And they're not going to punt. They're going to go for it. We'll actually make it 4th and 4. And the clock is rolling. Caleb Johnson takes a snap. He's going to look to throw. He's going to throw it out there, and it is. Did they signal it catch? Are they saying it's a catch? No, they're one referee saying incomplete, and they're going to say it's incomplete. The ball was low, intended for Gage Green. And Logan will turn it over on downs. So another missed opportunity by the Timberwolves. So a missed opportunity by the Timberwolves, just couldn't complete it, and it causes them to not get the first down there. As Green was in the area, the pass was low. He looked like he almost caught it with his feet. As the referee did not start the clock, as I accidentally started the clock. So 1st and 10 for the Generals. Miller takes the hand. He's going to keep the handoff. Miller's going to get to the outside, and he is brought down by Gage Green after a good gain of 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Timberwolves and for the Generals. Jared Miller, he's been the catalyst for the for the Generals. Miller going to get a motion from Warline, and Miller is going to QB keeper again, and he is met by a group of Timberwolves with a no gain. He lost a yard, so let's bring up 3rd and 6 now for the middle school Generals. Third and 5 for Winfield at the 42-yard line of their own territory. Let's see if Logan can get a defensive stop here and force Winfield to punt. Motion from a General. High side. They're going to throw it out there. Caught by Warline, and Warline gets knocked out of bounds. And there's going to be no gain, and let's see what Coach Grant is going to do. He might send his quarterback out there to go for it. And looks like he is. He's going to send he's going to keep his offense out there. And they're going to go for it on 4th down. So Miller will have 2 wide receivers to each of his side, and he's got Boggs right next to him. Miller has Warline in motion, and Warline, he's going to throw it out there, and its pass is incomplete. And that'll be turnover on downs for the Winfield Generals, and Logan's going to set up in Winfield territory. And let's see if Logan can get on the scoreboard again after that kick return. Miller's pass was just a little too high for Warline, and it just couldn't corral it in. And if Warline probably would have caught it, he might have had enough to just get to the first down marker. But he had Timberwolves around in his area. So now that's going to bring back out Caleb Johnson for the Timberwolves to see if he can get going here on the. They get going with Lambert next to him in the backfield. Johnson takes the snap. He's going to look to throw out there. He's got Murphy and just way overthrow Murphy's heads. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Timberwolves. Johnson just airmailed that Bubbles screen pass to Murphy, and Murphy just couldn't corral it. But he's lucky he airmailed it because there was a Winfield General right in his area that was well covered and ready to pick it off. Now Logan will set up 2nd and 10. Lambert behind him, and Murphy and Green to the bottom of the screen. Caleb Johnson looking to throw, and he gets hit and brought down by Miller. The ball's going to be on the 48-yard line as I accidentally hit the clock, reset the clock. I didn't mean to. So with 1:20 left in the first half, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Timberwolves. So again, Logan's drives just went backwards along with the Winfield Generals' offensive drives. They just went backwards, and we're going to get a timeout called by the Timberwolves. That's their second timeout. They got only one remaining in the first half. Winfield still has all 3 of their timeouts, so Winfield would be thinking if we can get a stop here, we can call a timeout, and force Logan to punt and get the ball back. And so while there's a timeout, I'm going to take a timeout as you're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Logan setting up 3rd and long. Johnson shotgun with Murphy and Lambert right next to him. Johnson takes a snap. He's going to look to throw, and it's high out of the hands of number 1, Grayson Sanders. That pass is going to fall incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th and long. So on the pass play from Logan, Winfield gets lucky, so they get to keep all 3 of their timeouts and force Logan to punt it away. So back to receive for the Timberwolves is number 2, Owen Taylor. Punting it away for Logan Middle School is number 10, Lucas Lambert. Though they're going to look to throw, and Gage Green got it. He's bringing off 1 tackle. He's got to get to the outside. He's going to try to get to the first down. He got the first down, but there is a penalty flag that might be called for an illegal formation against Logan. The fake punt from Johnson throws it over to Gage Green. And we're going to see what's in the area. It might be saying it might be a face mask called a bit, but it looks like they're going to call it too many men in the backfield. 5 men in the backfield. So a good play call just goes to the wayside for Logan. And it's going to bring up a 5-yard penalty, and we're going to replay the down. So just a misformation by Logan cost them a first down on a good trick play that had Winfield. Winfield was sleeping on that, and Gage Green bounced off of 1 tackle, and he took it to the first down marker. So now you can see that Logan's going to come on, and they're going to punt this time. And they snap it to Lambert. Lambert boots it away, and it's a high wobbler. And they're going to let it take a bounce. So with 40 seconds left in the first half, Logan will punt the ball away, and Winfield will have the ball at around the 31-yard line. So Winfield, are we going to see some passing plays here, or are we going to see them just run out the clock? If I was Winfield with the arm of Miller, I'd be passing the football. As this is the must anticipated matchup between the Generals and the Timberwolves. So Miller, he's going to take the high snap. He's going to look to throw. He's not going to throw, and he's going to get met by Timberwolves, but he breaks off one tackle, and he breaks off another. And we're going to get a timeout called by Winfield. That's their first timeout of the half. Now they'll have 2 remaining. So Miller was looking to throw downfield, and he had nobody open. He decided to take off, and he was met by a group of Timberwolves. So Winfield will call timeout. Logan will go and talk it over, see what they need to do on defense. As they talk it over, I'm going to step aside for this 30-second break. You're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Miller in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's going to throw out there number 42, and he's met immediately by number 11, Bentley Williamson. And we're going to get a timeout called by Winfield with 29 seconds left to go. So Winfield will burn their second timeout. They have 1 remaining, just like Logan. It looks like I seen one of the officials time out, and we got some confusion. It looks like Winfield didn't go into their timeout, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12. Miller takes the snap. He's going to look to throw deep. He's going to take off running. He's going to get met by a Timberwolf, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Number 50, Alton Ellis, was the first man to push it out, so with 22 seconds left, Logan doesn't have to burn a timeout, and Winfield, they're going to be on the 30-yard line, and they're going to look to punt it away. So they're going to do a wholesale sub and brings out their special teams unit, their punting unit. Back to receive for Logan is number 19, Gage Green. Let's see if he can return a kick. So I don't know if Miller, I'd probably just kick it high to Lambert. But watch the fake trickery here as they're going to punt it away. Miller has a good boot. And you're going to have Green going to be on the return. Green fumbled, lost the football, and it's going to be recovered by Winfield. So Green just took his eyes off the ball, and he fumbled it and recovered by Winfield Generals. So Winfield, after that the mistake by the Generals with 19 seconds left, mistake by the Timberwolves, Winfield will have it, and you can watch Jared Miller. He can go to the air right here. As one of his favorite targets all game is number 10, Warline. So 1st and 10 for Winfield at their own and Logan territory at the 40-yard line. Miller takes the high snap. He's going to look to throw. He gets hit late, and he's going to throw it over the head of number 2, Owen Taylor. As Miller got absolutely rocked by number 12, Caleb Johnson, meeting quarterback. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Generals. And this young quarterback, This 8th grader quarterback has got an arm. As we can see why the Winfield Generals are one of the top teams favored to win the conference championship this year. Miller going to look to take the snap. He does high, and he's going to get met by some Timberwolves, and he's going to get brought. No, he gets away. There's only one man to meet him, and he is brought down by number 32 with 1 second left. Number 32, Easton Craddock, was there for the middle school, but with 1 second left, Winfield is going to burn their final timeout. That's their last time out of the first half. So with 2 seconds left to go and before the half, let's see what Winfield dials up here as Miller looks like he's going to throw it deep to the end zone on this final play. So while Winfield is taking their timeout, I'm going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back as you're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. All right, we're back with 2 seconds left. Winfield 3rd and 8, so they got to get to the end zone. Number 88, Oglesby in motion, and Miller is going to look to take. He's going to throw it deep, and it's going to be picked off by Grayson Sanders. He breaks out one to tackle. Grayson Sanders couldn't hold on to it. He flips it, but it's going to say, they're going to say he is down, but that will end the first half of play. Logan and Winfield will go into the locker room tied up at 6. So a good defensive matchup by both teams as Winfield scored on a touchdown run from Jared Miller, but he was set up in the red zone by a pass to number 2 Owen Taylor, who just magically just fell into his hands, and he took off and he was down inside the 10-yard line. So Winfield striked, but Logan struck first with a Gage Green punt return. So when we take the break, Winfield will come out and have the ball to start the second half. So I'm going to take a break as we got 10 minutes until we start up quarter number 3. And with that, we'll take a break as you're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back for the halftime breakdown from Matt Carter coming up soon. Well, we had a long halftime. We didn't have time to get an breakdown, but for me, I'm just going to go over one quick breakdown for both sides. Logan's first breakdown, they got to do something to move the ball better. They've had some drives, but they stalled every time they had it, and they only scored one time off of special teams, so the offense has got to get moving. For Winfield, one thing they got to do, they just got to get going on offense. They got to quit shooting themselves in the foot with penalties as we are set and get ready for the start of the third quarter as Lucas Lambert will kick it away. And it's going to get picked up by General Warline. And Warline's got an open. He still breaks one tackle, and he's going to get brought down. So a good opening kickoff return in the second half for Winfield. Ball will be placed on the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Generals. And now that Matt Carter is back over here, he's going to go over a quick breakdown of both teams. Take it away, Matt.
Pretty good first half. Logan Middle School. Turnovers have hurt them in the first half, but I believe they can fix that here in the second half. What I'd like to see is Logan Middle School to set up that tight end pass by running the football. Set up that open pass because it's there. If Logan Middle School can bring in the linebackers by running the football, it's going to open a little stuff up for them to get those little passes out. But Logan has played very well defensively in the first half, holding Winfield to 6 points. And Winfield, it's been a dogfight here on the island tonight, but Winfield opening the second half of play near midfield, but Logan Middle School has been really strong defensively as they continue right now to present that defensive dominance. And right there is a pass that's broken up. Really nice play. But what I'd like to see here in the second half, I like to see Logan Middle School set up that pass with running the football because they have capable backs. They have really good running backs. And also that keeps the clock running and get the lead and control the clock. So let's see what Logan Middle School can do here in the second half as I give it back to you to Daniel Miller.
All right, you seen on the first drive, Winfield goes nowhere on the ground, and then they pass it through the air on their second down, and it was batted down by number 32, Ethan Craddock, and that's going to set up 3rd down and 10 for the Generals at the 44-yard line. You got to watch out for the arm and legs of quarterback Jared Miller. And he takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. He drop backs deep. He can't find no one. He's met by Timberwolf, and he's got open field, and he's going to get the first down and more. And he barrels through, lowers the shoulder, and he barrels over a Logan defender. So Logan just had good pressure on him, but Miller's legs was just there to stop him. Just stop Logan from getting them, and it's dead in the tracks. And that's going to bring up 1st down now for the Generals. So on a big 3rd down play, Winfield, Miller's going to drop back the pass. He's got open over the field and in and out of the hands of number 32, Craddock. But Craddock was lucky. That Miller Warline didn't bring it in. But with that incomplete pass, we have penalty flags, and there's going to be holding call against the Generals, and that's going to move them back 10. It's going to replay 1st down. 1st and 10 for the. No, it's actually going to be a spot foul. So that's going to bring up 1st and long. Replay the down. The ball is going to be. It's going to be 1st down and forever for the Generals. At the 49-yard line. That's going to bring up first down and long, super long for the Generals. Miller is in the shotgun. Warline in motion. Miller, he's going to keep it, and he breaks out of one tackle, breaks out another, and he's got Lucas Lambert to track him down and bring him down. No, excuse me, number 19, Gage Green was there on the tackle. That's first and long is going to now set up second and short. Second and 5 for the Generals as Winfield's going. And Miller's going to QB keep again, and he is met by a group of Timberwolves for a gain of 3, and it's going to set up third and short. It's going to be third and 2. Third and a short 2 at the 29-yard line. And Winfield's going to change personnel. They're going to bring in their heavy package. They're going to look to run on this play to try to move the chains and bring them one step closer to the end zone. They're in wishbone. Miller underneath the center. Miller's going to QB keeper up the middle, and he's got enough for a first down. Jared Miller, he's been the playmaker for Winfield all game. So first and 10 for the Generals. Going to have duos to the left. 88, Oglesby in motion. And Miller's going to hand it off to Boggs. Boggs gain of 3 to 4 yards, and it's going to bring up second down. Second and 6 now for the Generals, but we got a player down. But stopped the clock because thought he was hurt. But Boggs is up, and he's moving. So 4:45 left in this first half, third quarter. Winfield has controlled most of the half. Logan just can't get their defense off the field. Miller with Cremines in the backfield beside him. Miller is going to look to throw. He's going to throw it up out there, and it's going to be in and out of the hands of number 2, Owen Taylor. But Owen Taylor was lucky to actually bat that ball down because Zoe Murphy was right there. He was ready to pick it off. So now it's 3rd and 6 at the 21-yard line. Winfield's got 2 plays to get the first down and keep the drive moving. So Oglesby right beside of Miller. Warline in motion. Taylor is going to keep it. No, Miller's going to keep it, and he just got enough for a first down. Power running of Jared Miller just moves the chains. And again, Logan, another third down opportunity missed to get Winfield in 4th down territory. 4th down mode here, and now Winfield just keeps the clock moving, and they keep driving. Miller, he's going to do another QB keeper, and he is brought down by a group of Timberwolves. Ethan Hensley was there to bring him down. So the 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line. See what Winfield has in store, and they're going to hand it off to number 22, Oglesby, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Winfield. So Winfield takes the opening kickoff of the second half, drives it all the way down the field, and Winfield will tack on to their lead, as now their lead is up to 12-6 over Logan. And now they're going for the 2-point conversion to try to extend their lead. Miller. Now with the wishbone with the big man in the backfield, number 56, Lucas Howell. And they're going to try to keep it, and they do not get it. So the two-point conversion has failed, but the score now stands Winfield 12, Logan 6. Logan's now trailing for the first time this season. We're going to see what Logan can do to answer back after that long Winfield drive. So while Logan is set to receive the kickoff from Winfield, we're going to take a break and be right back as you're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, we're back as Jared Miller, who does it all, is going to set to kick it off, and he boots it away. Crew Blankenship is going to be the up man to return. Crew is going to take it to the outside, and he is met by Winfield General, and he's going to be brought down with 3:09 left in the first half. The third quarter. Third quarter of the second half, so Logan will take over at the 30-yard line. See if Logan can get some points on this drive, as their offense has yet to reach the end zone. The only time they reached the end zone was on a punt return by Gage Green. Johnson takes the snap, handed off to Murphy. Murphy gets an open. Murphy, he's got a blocker from Sanders, and Murphy's going to hold on to that football, and he is brought down by a host of Winfield Generals. With that run from Zoe Murphy, that's going to bring up first down for Logan. Zoe Murphy, the shifty legs, and the younger brother of Logan High School's former standout, David Early. Zoe just uses his legs to be shifty in the open field and break tackles. So you probably would love to see them go back to Zoe Murphy again. So Johnson takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Murphy. Murphy is met in the backfield, but Murphy gets to the outside. He's got a couple Winfield defenders to beat, and Murphy gets it. And he is brought down by a group of Winfield Generals, and Logan's moving the football. And again, that's another first down Logan from a run from Zoe Murphy. And that was one of Logan's game plans that I said in the halftime, is to get Murphy in those open fields and get him to the outside and use his legs to move the football. So Logan will set up again, 1st and 10 at their own Winfield territory, 40-yard line. So we might see another Zoe Murphy run, but it looks like he's going to be in the H-back position. You have Lucas Lambert in the backfield. Caleb Johnson hands it off to Lambert. Lambert's going to try to get to the outside. He's got to get one man to beat. Lambert's going to come back upfield, and he's going to get some blockings. Lambert is going to cut it to the outside. Lambert, he's going to go down the sideline. Can one man catch him? And they're going to shove him out. What a play by Lucas Lambert, who went to his left, didn't see anything, cut back to his right, and he only had 2 defenders from stopping him to the end zone, and they did. So Logan just doing what we were saying in the first half. They didn't get their offense moving, but now they're starting to move the football. as they're starting to keep Winfield from containing those edges. And the ball is going to be spotted right at the 10-yard line. At the 10 and a half, so it's going to be just inches short from the end zone for being first and goal. But Logan, they can get a first down now. So Johnson takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Zoe Murphy. He's going to get to the outside edge. He cuts it up, and he's getting wrapped up by Winfield Generals. So Zoe Murphy with a gain of 4 to 5 yards. We're going to bring up second and 5 for the Timberwolves. They're setting up shop. Second and 6. So they say gain of 4, second and 6 for the Timberwolves. So let's see if Logan can capitalize here and score in the red zone. And we're going to get a timeout. Officials timeout for a player who is held over. And they're going to pitch it out to Murphy. Murphy gets the outside. He's going to cut it upfield. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to get dragged down by a Winfield defender, number 44, Brody Ilderton. That's going to bring up third down and about 3rd and 4. And the clock is moving. Let's see if Logan can get the first down here, as Winfield's done a good job stopping them in the red zone. So Johnson in the shotgun with Lambert and Murphy in the backfield, with Ethan Hensley at the wing, with Grayson Sanders all alone out in the side. And Johnson, he's going to keep it. He goes up the middle, and he's going to get tripped up. And he's going to be stopped almost short of the first down marker. And the clock is going to roll with 7 seconds left. And they're going to run out of time in the second quarter. And that'll bring the end of the third quarter. And your score now, Winfield 12, Logan 6, heading into the fourth quarter. But Logan is knocking on the door to scoring right here. So we're going to see this 4th and 2 play from the Logan Middle School Timberwolves. So Logan talks it over as we change sides of the fields. I'm going to step aside as you're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here to start of the fourth quarter. 4th down and 2. Logan's got to get the first down or get in the end zone to keep to get points on the board and keep this going as Caleb Johnson is in the I formation with Hensley at fullback and Lambert up the middle. They're going to put Lambert up the middle, and he is going to be right at the marker. Did he get there? They're going to say the spot on Winfield. They're looking like they're celebrating like he's short. But will a favorite spot help Logan? And it will be a turnover on downs. What a stand by the Generals. They tripped up Lambert. So Winfield will have it 1st and 10 at the 2-yard line. At the 3-yard line, actually. It was the right play call, just Lambert got tripped up by a Winfield defender. And now Winfield will have it deep and low in their territory. And they're going to get a flag on the play. No time came off the clock, and it's going to be false start. So that just hurts Winfield as Logan's now in position to get him stopped here and get a safety. And if I'm Winfield, I'd just go up the middle with Boggs or Miller. Ball is going to be placed on the 1-yard line. So 2nd and 12 for the Timberwolves. So Miller's going to keep the QB keeper, and he gets 2 yards. So Winfield, they want to keep the balls in the hands of Jared Miller, who's been the playmaker for the Generals. So now they'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Timberwolves. The ball will be spotted back on the 3-yard line. And Winfield's in the wing T formation. And they got another penalty, and it's going to be a false start called against the Generals, which is going to back them up half a distance to the goal, make it 2nd and 12 this time for Winfield. As the penalties is just killing Winfield right now. Can Logan's defense get the big stop here and force Winfield to either punt it away deep in the end zone or get a safety right here or a big turnover? Winfield's no chance to make a mistake, and Miller is going to keep it. He's going to pass, and he's got him. Man, did he drop it? No, he caught it. What a catch by Brody Ilderton. They're going to rule it a catch. 1st down Winfield. Wow, what a play by Brody Ilderton. So Winfield gets out of a jam there. Now they got more open field to work with. Instead of being pinned back on their own end zone. So Winfield holding on to a 12-6 lead. That goal line stand from Winfield has really hurt, and they get a false start called against the Winfield Generals. Again, that's another penalty called against the Generals, and that's going to back them up. But can Logan's defense get the stops that they need? The offense has moved on the field, has moved well on the field in the second half as they only had the ball one time, but Logan just got to get their defense off the field. As Winfield, as we've known from Winfield in the past, they love to hold on to that ball and run the clock. Miller pitches it out, and he's met out to up to Boggs, and he's got an open field, and Grayson Sanders is the only one that's going to try to stop him, and he does, and he pushes him out. A huge run by the Generals. That was Hunter Cremines. I accidentally said Boggs. It was Hunter Cremines on the carry. He stayed on his feet, and Winfield will move the chains. First down, and they're in Logan territory as Logan's defense has just... Logan's defense has just really hurt them. They can't get him off the field, and Winfield's just able to get big chunk plays and just keep the offense moving. Boggs in motion, and they're going to keep it with Miller. And Miller is going to get a few yards, but we got a penalty flag. It looks like it's in the area of holding against the Generals, and it is. So with that holding, he's going to back him up 10 yards, bring up 1st and 20. Ball's going to be placed on the 49-yard line. Miller, he's going to keep it, and he's got one man to beat, and he's going to get brought down by Grayson Sanders. So that clock keeps moving for Winfield, and Miller gain of 5 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 15 for the Generals. Miller just holding it up, and we got a penalty flag, and it's going to be legal motion against the Generals. False start. One of the offensive linemen brought his hand up and then brought it down. Brought his hand down and back up. You can't do that. Once you got to be set, you have to stay set. So that's going to back him up 5 yards. And now we're going to get a full cell sub for the Generals. So on this 2nd and long, and Jared Miller's in the shotgun with Boggs next to him. Miller is going to drop back deep. He's going to look to throw. He's got an arm out there. He's got number 2. Owen Taylor in and out of the hands of Taylor. And Miller's pass was incomplete to Owen Taylor. And Owen Taylor had a step on Zoe Murphy, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. The Logan fans needs to get loud now because this is a huge 3rd down call. That they have to get a stop here and force Winfield to punt. So I had to take a little break. And they're going to drop the pass. He's got a man, Taylor, up. But that ball's going to be short. And it's going to be incomplete. As I didn't stop the clock on that incomplete pass. So at 4:35, Logan gets that 3rd down stop. And Winfield is going to come on the punt. But I'd watch a fake punt here. But last time Winfield punted it to Logan, Gage Green took it all the way back to the house. Can he do it twice tonight? But you got this quarterback who can do everything. He can beat you with his arms, beat you with the legs, and he can punt the ball too. Watch the fake here for Winfield. Green takes a snap. He's going to punt it away. And he's going to punt it to Gage Green, who's going to let it bounce. It's going to bounce around the 16-yard line. And now this is the chance Logan needs. They have to score on this drive. As Logan will set up shop. I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here to start this drive for Logan with 4:29 left in the fourth quarter. Logan needs to get the ball moving. As Johnson takes a snap, he hands it off to Zoe Murphy. Murphy's going to get to the outside. He cuts up, and he's going to gain a few yards. Gain about 2 yards. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 8 for the Timberwolves. As now Winfield has gotten they gotten smart on those outside edges. Zoe Murphy loves to run the ball to the outside. So Logan will take it 2nd and 8. So Logan is in the single back formation. They pitch it off to Zoe Murphy, who is met by some Timberwolves, but he's got some blocking. Murphy's trying to get to the outside. He's going to hold on to the ball. And he's still going, and he gets hit hard. Zoe Murphy, only gain of 1. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Or 3rd and 7 now, actually, for the Timberwolves. And the clock is rolling with 3:18 left. They're down 6. They have to get the touchdown. But they got to keep the drive moving here on 3rd down. We might see a pass here from Caleb Johnson. Johnson is going to take a snap. He's going to throw it out there. And he's got Green, who dropped it. Green dropped the screen. Just took his eyes off of it. He wasn't prepared, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And Green would have caught that. He might have had a couple more yards and made it 4th and manageable. But now Green he was the hero now, but he really hurt them right there. And it's 4th down, and if you're Logan, you got to bring out one of your best plays you have in the playbook to keep this drive going. As 2:52 remaining in the ball game, Winfield holding on to a 12-6 lead. As that goal line stand will now come down as key for Winfield, and they can escape Logan here on the road. And Logan's big downfalls has just been penalties, turnovers. They turned the ball over twice, set up Winfield good in their own position. Winfield got the ball to start the second half, and they drove it down the field. They took 5 minutes over the clock, and now Logan's got to get 7 yards to keep this drive going. If I'm here, you'd probably do a over-the-middle pass to Gage Green, as Logan has shown that they can get Green open. Yeah, he dropped that screen pass, but this right here, you got to get the first down if you're Logan. You don't want to go home losing on your home opener of the season. And Logan's season schedule comes up like this. Next week they'll be on the road at Chapmanville, and then they'll be back at home the following week against the Polka Dots. I will be live for that. If any of you want to watch the Chapmanville and Logan game, Dave and Darrell Sports, D&D Sports Network, will be live for that game down in Chapmanville. I'll be live. I might be live tomorrow for Logan versus Polka. I don't know. But I don't know. But you got to come to the game. So this is a huge 4th down play. Trips to the right. The trips to the left. Johnson takes the snap. He's going to throw it out to Hensley. No, to Lucas Lambert. Lucas Lambert. And he does not get there. He gets to the line of scrimmage. And that will be a turnover on downs. As they tried to screen, they tried to block, but Winfield just overpowered the blockers of Logan, and Logan turned it over on downs deep in their territory. So missed opportunities for Logan. He's going to set up Winfield deep. So now Logan needs a miracle. They need to force the turnover real fast in order to get the ball back. But if Winfield, you only 3 guys are going to hold on to the ball. Either Boggs, Miller, or Cremines. Miller has Cremines in motion. Pitches it out to Cremines. Cremines gets a block. Cremines is still on his feet. Cremines going to take it to the end zone. And that might be the nail in the coffin as Winfield tacks on to their lead. They now lead at 18-6. And Winfield is going to, with this 2-point conversion, they're going to move the 2-1 on the year, and Logan's going to suffer their first loss of the season. And you have to give the credit to the quarterback, Miller, who's just been the playmaker tonight for the Generals. There's nothing you can do about that. As Winfield's going to look to go for 2, and if they go for 2, it'll definitely put them out of reach. Miller hands it off to the big fullback, number 54, Howe. And Howe ain't going nowhere, and he is short of the end zone. So the 2-point conversion has failed, but Winfield adds on to their lead. They now lead 18-6 over Logan. Logan needs a quick score right here and an onside kick to get back into this game. With that, Logan is going to receive on the kickoff return. We're going to step aside as you're watching Logan Middle School football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, and Jared Miller is looking to kick it off. Logan needs a deep return here as Miller squibs it up the middle, and it's going to be fouled on by Green. It was just too low for him to pick up, and he had 2 Winfield General defenders just almost right in his face, so he fell on it. So Logan will set up shop at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10. And Logan needs a quick score right here. Now they're going to fall to 1-2, 2-1 on the season, on the young season with Chapmanville coming. They're going on the road to Chapmanville next. Then they're going to have the Polka Dots coming to town the following week. Tomorrow, Logan High will take on the Polka Dots High School team, who is 0-3, They're trying to get their first win of the season. Johnson takes the snap. He's going to look to throw, and he's going to throw it up out there, and he's got his man, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Generals, and that will be the final nail in the coffin. With 2:26 left to go in the game, Winfield picked it off. I couldn't tell who picked it off. Looked like it was number 22, Hunter Cremines, or it might have been 24, Eli Summers. They were there to pick it off. It was a 2 and a double-digit 20 number who probably just put the final nail in the coffin, and Winfield is going to run out the clock, and we get a false start called against the Generals. It's going to back them up 5. The Logan needs a fumble right here and a scoop and a score with only 2:27 left to go in the game. So Winfield, after that false start, they're going to try to run out this clock. Cremines is in motion. They're going to pitch it out to Cremines. Cremines has open. Murphy didn't get didn't have a good angle, and Murphy's going to tackle him out of bounds. And Winfield just moving the ball and just moving the clock. But they stopped the clock there. It's just out of bounds, and Murphy is down. He's got a cramp. And they're going to call timeout. So while they're going to tend to Zoe Murphy to try to stretch out his cramp, I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back after that injury timeout. Miller going to keep the handoff. He's going to barrel forward for a couple yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and inches. He might be at the marker. They might mark him for a first down. But Winfield's just draining clock. Winfield's got 2 downs here to keep the drive going. So Winfield just draining clock. Boggs in motion. Miller is going to keep it. And he is going to get enough for the first down and more as he moves the pile. As that clock's winding, Logan is going to fall to 2-1 on this young season. For a good start, Winfield just had Logan was in this game. They just made mistakes and turnovers, running and just fumbling. The penalties set them back, and a good defensive goal line stand from Winfield stopped them from tying the game up. Boggs in motion. Miller's going to pitch it out to Boggs. The ball is fumbled. Boggs is going to fall on it, and he's going to give him yards, and he's going to get met by some Timberwolves. So another missed opportunity there for Logan, as if they could have scooped up that ball, they could have kept it going and could have scored. As Winfield doesn't need to run another play. With 17 seconds left, Winfield is going to come on the road, and they're going to beat the Logan Middle School Timberwolves, handing them their first loss of the season. And That is your ball game. That's final. Logan loses. Logan loses 18-6 to the Winfield Generals. Logan Middle School will be back in action next week on the road at Chapmanville. Dave and Darrell Sports will have that game streamed live. And then the following week, Logan will be back home here on the island as they'll take on the Middle School Dots of Polka. Tomorrow night, Logan High School will take on the High School Dots of Polka. So come on out, watch that ball game, enjoy some high school football as Logan's trying to do something that they haven't done since 1991 and go 4-0 on the season. But Logan, they're going to try to watch the game film here, bounce back. They're still in the race for a conference championship berth, but they need some help and they need some more wins to get there. Logan falls to Winfield 18-6 here on the island. Guys, thank you for watching Logan Middle School Football. I am Daniel Miller, and I'm signing out. See you next time.